Okay, guys, I think we're going to get started. It's 7 o'clock, and I want to respect everybody's time here. First off, thank you so much for joining tonight on this Zoom meeting. I am going to just say right up front, I'm going to disclose that I am not very good at all this technical stuff, and this is my first true Zoom opportunity meeting. So I would love for somebody to, I don't know if anybody can see me. Could somebody give me a thumbs up that you're hearing this okay? I'm not seeing faces, so that makes it kind of hard for me. Maybe somebody could even just send me a text and just let me know that everybody is hearing this okay. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is Regina Anderson, and thank you again for joining. We're going to talk about LifeVantage. I just want to share with you something that I am very passionate. Oh, good, Shelley, thank you. You can hear me. So I'm assuming everybody else can hear me too. Something that I am very passionate about. And I like to say, what if an opportunity came your way that could change your life? That's truly how I feel about LifeVantage. Almost 3 years ago, I was actually introduced to LifeVantage by my cousin. And I wasn't terribly interested in going to a meeting and finding out about it, but because I trust her so much and I value her judgment and respect her, I went to a meeting. And much to my surprise, I was absolutely blown away with the information that was shared with me that night. I'll tell you what really got me was the science. And maybe that's just because of my background of being a nurse, but the science really, really interested me. I loved that there were peer-reviewed studies that I could go to. Everything was proven. But I'll be honest, I wasn't looking for anything. I was busy, and I'm still very busy. I have a full-time job. I've been a registered nurse for over 30 years. The last 20 have been in cardiac nursing. And the truth of the matter is, people are getting sicker quicker. Why is that? I have no idea, but I'm going to tell you from personal experience, we are seeing younger and younger individuals coming through our cath lab and requiring interventions, whether that be stent placements or bypass surgery. And to me, that is very, very scary. So when this information was presented to me, I have to tell you, I was very, very interested. And I did a lot of research on my own too. Now I honestly see that these products and the business opportunity are complete game changers. And I am hoping that I will shed a little light on that for all of you here this evening too. This is truly an educational platform, just here to give you information, and hopefully will spark some interest and you'll have some questions for whoever invited you to this call. Ultimately, I hope you're just as excited as me about this. Because it is really, really exciting. The other thing that was completely and totally validating for me when I was introduced to this opportunity was the fact that people in my upline, the people who brought it to them were their physicians. So to me, that says an awful lot if the medical community is backing this product. So anyway, that's kind of what got it all started. This is just a picture of my family, and many of you know my family. My husband, Gary, is a business owner. And as many of you know, when you own a business, ultimately the business owns you. There's very little time freedom, and I'm truly, honestly hoping that with LifeVantage, we can get some of that back. Also are my two beautiful daughters. Lexi is in Plattsmouth with her fiance and their beautiful little daughter, who is my granddaughter, Miss Kinsley. And then my other daughter, Gracie, she's going to be a junior out at Adams Central. So they keep me very, very busy, and that is one of the ultimate reasons why I am so excited about this LifeVantage opportunity. So I just want to tell you a little bit about the company. These products have been sold since 2003, but the way they got started were actually on the shelves of GNC and CVS stores. And if any of you have been in those stores, which I'm sure you have, it can be pretty overwhelming. And as you will find out, this particular product has a real story to tell. It's not just your typical supplement or vitamin or anything like that. It deserves its story to be told. So what happened actually back in 2005, John Kionos, who you see there on your screen, he and his reporters went knocking on the door of LifeVantage and said that they wanted to come in and do an investigation. And you know as well as I, when they do those types of things, it's typically to debunk or prove wrong the theories that are happening. And much to their surprise, they actually found out that this is the real deal. If you have not seen the ABC Primetime video, please get with the person who asked you, invited you to this, and ask them to share it, because it is very much worth your time. It's a 9-minute video. It tells things kind of in a nutshell of why this is sparking the interest of so many people. But then in 2009, they switched from retail to direct sales. And actually, we are celebrating our 10-year anniversary. Actually, some of us are leaving tomorrow morning for Kansas City to do just that. So we have been in this multi-level market or network marketing business model for 10 years now. We also are publicly traded on the NASDAQ. That is super exciting to me because that makes us very transparent. We have to share all of our information, and corporate leadership is absolutely exemplary. LifeVantage. What is our purpose? Basically, I think it's safe to say that all of us want to live longer. I don't believe that this is a race to the finish line by anybody. But in order to do that, a couple things have to happen. Basically, we need to biohack our physical and our financial health. And how do we do that? Through something that LifeVantage calls Life Activated. And that's what I'm here to share with you. I think you would all agree that too often people are sitting around the coffee table or maybe at family get-togethers or whatever, and the conversation very quickly turns to people's health or financial problems. And it's very sad that, unfortunately, you really need both of them to be healthy in order to have a real quality life. And so I think you'll find that LifeVantage has a way of doing that for you. And it's through something called nutrigenomics. Nutrition is basically the basis of our health, and we have known that for a very long time. But this is how nutrition and naturally occurring compounds can actually help express our genes. Now, this is something that we have never thought about in the past. We knew that if we put good foods in our body, that we would perform better. You can't expect to go through McDonald's every single day and have your meals and expect your body to perform at top abilities. I mean, that just doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that. But what they are now learning is that by the things that you put in your body, it can actually change the way that your DNA genes are expressed. So basically, people who have thought for years and years and years, my gene pool stinks, I'm just stuck with that, that's what it's going to be, that is not necessarily true anymore. And so that is super exciting. So what are you doing to your body? You're either hijacking it or you're biohacking it. Most of us are hijacking our body. We are hijacking it 24/7, actually, whether it be physically, emotionally, biochemically, toxins, allergens. They're all out there. You can't escape them. What we need to start doing is biohacking our body. And basically what that means is you are taking control of a complex set of systems and optimizing the way that they work. Basically being the best version of you. Who doesn't want to do that, right? So in order to biohack the aging code, there are 4 things that have to happen. Science tells us this. We know it. It is proven. You have to lower oxidative stress. You need to improve your mitochondria dysfunction, improve gut and immune health, and support your heart and brain, which are fairly important organs. I think you would all agree. But we have to first start with, what is oxidative stress? It's kind of a buzzword right now, quite honestly, and you need to understand what it is. Basically, if you understand that it is bad, it is really, really bad for you, and we need to do whatever we can to decrease the oxidative stress that our body is bombarded with every second of every day. It's the main biochemical effect of aging, and we know that it affects everyone of all ages. Children are not immune to this. Everybody, the minute you are born and you take your first breath, you are producing free radicals, which then leads to oxidative stress. We also know that every disease and disorder actually oxidative stress is at the root cause of that. It's an imbalance of free radicals to antioxidants. We do not consume or make enough antioxidants to take care of all the free radicals in our body. And that's why disease and dysfunction sets in. If you take a look at this, at the causes of oxidative stress, oops, sorry about that. I think you would agree that there's no escaping it. Diets, medications, stress, fast foods, nutrition, even excessive exercise causes oxidative stress. So what do we do about this? I love this because I'm a very visual person. If you take an apple and you cut it and you leave it on the table for a while, it is exposed to oxygen. And what happens to it is oxidative stress sets in. It's kind of like the rusting of a motor. And that's what happens to our cells. You can see the nice normal cell. Once we eat foods that are bad for us, we expose our skins to things that are bad to us, whatever the case may be, it produces free radicals, and that starts beating up our cells and breaking it down. And soon it gets to looking like that really nasty, disgusting apple or cell on the side where it just can't fight anymore. It just waves the white flag and it surrenders to disease and dysfunction. If you look at that free radical wheel of diseases there, I think most of you would agree that you can pick out many people in your family, people you care about, people you love, that have these problems, that they are already dealing with these things. If you knew of something that could help all of these things, would you be interested? I think so. We look at the increase in disease from 1990, and it is phenomenal. It's frightening, actually. Look at chronic fatigue syndrome. It has increased by 11,000%. ADHD, over 800%. Something's going on, and we need to figure out how to correct it. So how do we take care of oxidative stress? All we have known in the past is supplementation. And supplementation has been good. I'm not saying that it's not good, but it's just not good enough. Supplementation is a 1-to-1 ratio as far as fighting free radicals. So for example, if you take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, that is going to take away 1,000 free radicals. Now 1,000 sounds really good, but what you need to understand is that we have way more free radicals in our body every single day than that. In fact, the number is as high as 300 sextrillion. That's 20 zeros, people. That is an awful lot. So all of a sudden, 1,000 free radicals with 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C really is not too impressive anymore. You would have to eat truckloads of blueberries in order to get rid of or put a dent in the free radicals. So in comes activation, and that's what our product does. We have actually figured out a way to activate or turn on survival genes, turn on your own God-given genes and pathways to mass produce your own antioxidants. And it's at a ratio of 1 to 1 million. Very, very big difference than 1 to 1. I like to compare it to the bag phone to our fancy iPhones now. When we had the bag phones, it was great and it served the purpose. But now we know better. Technology has improved, it's advanced, and we know better, so we should do better. Same thing with our health. Supplementation was good in the 50s, but now we know better, so we should do better. There's a couple of studies here that really are impressive. This first one, Washington State University did this in 2015. And what they said was the health effects of NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. This is what have medical health professionals really, really excited. Not only is it therapeutic, but it's preventative. And that's why when I heard about this, I wanted my family to be on it. I wanted my daughters to be on this before disease sets in. If it can actually prevent things, sign me up, right? Another one is the National Institute of Aging. This is our own federal government. They did a study in November of 2016, and what they did is they studied over 60 products. Some were pharmaceuticals and some were supplementals. Protandim being one of them, unbeknownst to our company. At the end of the 10-year study, what they were trying to prove is there anything out there that will extend health span? Healthy years, not just years, but healthy years. And what they determined was Protandim was the only one that extended lifespan. That is so exciting, you guys. It extended it by 7%. And some of you may think 7% is not that much, but I am here to tell you, and you would probably agree, if it were your loved one, would you not want 7% more time with them? Absolutely. The other thing that is very, very validating is the fact that you can go to pubmed.gov and you can type in Protandim and you will find over 20 peer-reviewed studies. You guys, that does not happen on supplemental products. It just doesn't. The other thing is you can type in oxidative stress and over 200,000 peer-reviewed studies are going to come up. This is something that people are very, very interested in, and we're learning more and more about it all the time. And the studies that were done on Protandim not one of them was done by LifeVantage. This is just a sampling of some of them that were that did studies on ours. And these are not slouch places. We're talking Ohio State, Colorado State, American Heart Association, LSU, Harvard. The list goes on and on. So anyway, we are going to get into the flagship product, and that is Protandim Nerf 2. And basically, it has been proven to lower oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, and actually 70% in 120 days. You guys, there is nothing else like this on the market, nothing. And the beauty of it is all natural, no synthetics. Basically, if you can eat a salad, you can take this product. It does not interact with any other medications. And as I said before, oxidative stress is the root cause of aging and over 200 diseases. So we are super, super proud of this product. And as far as I'm concerned, I feel like this is a non-negotiable. This is something that everybody should be on. One thing that I do want to say is that with these products, we do not claim to cure, prevent, treat, or mitigate, but we do decrease oxidative stress by a major amount that no other product has ever been able to prove to do. So why wouldn't you say that yes to that, right? But the one thing I do want to caution is if you are on prescription meds, you really do need to pay attention to your body, because many, many times, once people get their body working like it's supposed to be working, you can cut back on some of your pharmaceuticals. We see it all the time. So I just a word of caution, pay attention once you get started on this of how you're feeling and like what your blood pressure numbers are doing or your blood glucose numbers, because things are going to change. I promise you that. Protandim Nerf 1. This is the one that works on our mitochondria, and that is the powerhouse, our energy source. The mitochondria produces over 95% of our energy, and who doesn't want more energy, right? So with this product, we are seeing improved sleep quality too, cellular repair, cognitive and brain health, all very, very important things. These two together, we like to call the 1-2 punch because they are very important, and also all natural ingredients. This was a study that was done just in December about Nerf 1, and we're going to learn a lot more about this in the future. I think we are just starting to scrape the surface here, but Nerf 1, they say, is paved as a new strategic avenue to prevent and treat cancer, neurodegenerative, and other diseases. You guys, that is profound. That is so exciting. We all know so many people that have these sorts of diseases and ailments. If we could potentially help that, again, sign me up. Probiotic. This is another one that lots of people take, but I'm telling you, they're not all created equal. It's so important for us to have good gut health. Our gut has been known or called the second brain of our body. If it isn't healthy, the communication between the gut and the brain is not healthy. And basically, ours stands way apart from all the others because, again, the science behind it. It has a BioTrack delivery system. This is a patented delivery system that no other probiotic has. And what that does is it protects that good bacteria so that it actually makes it all the way through the small and large intestine, and all these 6 different strains of bacteria get deposited where they need to. They've done studies, and most probiotics, once they hit the acids and the juices in your stomach, the bacteria dies. Only about 4% makes it all the way through the intestine, versus ours, 60% makes it all the way through. So if you're going to be putting probiotic in your body, we definitely want you to put a good one that's going to do the work that you need it to. It also has Wellmune in it, which we know boosts our immune system. So if you have a healthy gut, you are going to be much healthier also. And then, of course, omegas. Everybody knows about omegas, but I'm going to tell you, ours is unmatched. The quality control on this is amazing. It's 100% traceable from boat to bottle. We don't have the contamination of mercury and things like many do. We know omega is really, really important for our heart, our brain, our immune, and our skin. The other thing that's really nice about ours is that it doesn't have that fishy aftertaste. Actually, it's a very lemony lime citrus flavor. And so that's been something that has been very good for compliance. People definitely don't mind taking this omega because there's no fish burps, guys. So you saw this screen before. In order to biohack the aging code, I told you the 4 things that need to happen. We happen to have 4 wonderful science-driven products that meet all those needs. And we call it the Vitality Stack: Nerve 2, Nerve 1, ProBio, and the Omega. You just need to choose your level of biohacking. What do you want to do? Like I said, Nerve 2, it's non-negotiable. Everybody should be on it, honestly. Or the Activated Essentials, or you could do the Vitality Stack. Now, sometimes people have a little bit of sticker shock with that, with the $150, but I'm going to tell you something. I want you to honestly break it down to the ridiculousness. Are you willing to spend $5 a day for the investment in your health? You guys, this is the best insurance plan I have ever come up with, because I am going to tell you, being in the healthcare field, it is much cheaper to pay for things on the preventative side than on the therapeutic side. Once you already have disease processes that are in place, I'm telling you, the medical treatments, hospitalizations, whatever goes along with that is going to cost way more than your initial investment of $5 a day. So if you can swing it, it's always what I recommend, because it's for the best overall health. But again, Protandim, non-negotiable, guys. It's so very important. I'm going to just touch briefly on the rest of our product lines. We also have a skincare line, which is phenomenal. It too is Nerve 2 driven. LSU, this is why we have this product, because they were studying skin cancers and they knew what we had and they wanted us to put it in a skincare line. And that's exactly what we did. So people that have acne, rosacea, eczema, you name it, any kind of skin disorders, they're inflammatory, guys. Our skin is our largest organ of our body. We need to take better care of it. And this is a fabulous line. I've used lots of really high-end quality lines. I'm telling you, hands down, this is my favorite. Only Nerve 2 activated skincare line in the world, So fabulous. I highly recommend it. And then we have a hair care line. This just came out last winter. And again, Nerve 2 driven. Think about people with scalp problems or thinning hair or psoriasis, things like that. These are people that we know, some of our friends that have seen amazing results just in weeks and months, actually, with our hair care line. More manageable. It just makes such a difference. We also have a weight management line, and I love that its name is Physique. It has IQ in the name because it is so very smart. We know that there's a lot of people out there looking for a quick fix to lose some weight. But you guys, it's not always the healthiest. And the other thing you need to remember is that many of those weight management systems are not healthy long-term. They have nasty side effects. This does not. It too is all natural. You have a prebiotic that works great with that probiotic. It's actually kind of like the fertilizer of sorts for that probiotic, making the gut health even better. We have a fat burn that works especially around the visceral, the stomach fat. That's the dangerous fat that surrounds our organs and works just so nice with no jitters, no bad effects. And then a protein drink also. There's no fad to this, guys. It's all based on science. The other thing that I love is our Axio, Biohack the Brain. Who doesn't want better mental clarity, less brain fog, better mood? I'm telling you, this product will do just that for you. There's no jitters to it like the energy drinks. And again, energy drinks, you guys, are so dangerous. People actually die from them if they drink too many. This is all natural. And I'm going to tell you, you will feel just the fog lift when you drink these things. They're decaf and caffeinated with natural green tea. This is just an example of a 9-year-old that started drinking Axio. After 2 weeks of being on it, you can just see by his spelling test here from 2 weeks apart, the better focus, the better concentration that this young child had. It's very evident in his penmanship. And this is something that a neuroscientist actually did a brain mapping study on a 15-year-old that has ADHD. You can see on the left side of your screen that there is a lot of yellow and red activity. That's misfiring of the brain. That is somebody with ADHD, possibly autism. After being on our product, the Nerf 1, Nerf 2, and the Axio, on the right, you will see that the brain mapping is completely different. It's of a normal brain. And the teachers had no idea that this 15-year-old was being biohacked, and was telling the parents, I can't explain it. I don't know what's going on with your son, but he's concentrating, he's paying attention, he's doing well in class. So you can't fight the data. This is the real deal, you guys. And then the other thing that I love is pet tandem. We can't forget our canine friends, you guys. Dogs have 7 times the amount of oxidative stress as humans do. That's why they age 7 times faster. The other thing that I love about this is the fact that dogs can't lie. You can't influence them in any way. And so when you start seeing decrepit dogs that have hip dysplasia, arthritis, things like that, start running around like they did when they were much younger, pretty darn convincing, that's for sure. And what they did is they made it weight-based, because when it first started, people were just giving their pets Pro Tandem. And they decided, that's probably not good for a poodle compared to a Great Dane. So they did this weight-based, and they also made it beef and liver flavored. So the dogs really love it. And I'm telling you, the results are amazing. So social economy. I'm going to get just a little bit into the business. Times are changing, guys. The way we used to shop, the way we used to travel, communicate, all those things, we're not doing it that way anymore. This is very evident when you go to empty shopping malls. They're everywhere now. And LifeVantage is set up to fit into this new culture very, very nicely. Nutrigenomics is a buzzword. The Today Show not that long ago said, the latest trend in nutrition isn't a fad diet or newly discovered supplements. It's your DNA. And then Fox News went so far to say that nutrigenomics is changing everything. The ability to use nutrition to affect our genes means that we no longer are at the mercy of our DNA. You guys, that is so crazy exciting. The other thing is this market is going to take off. They are predicting that this market will reach $17 billion by 2023. You guys, that's not too far away, as scary as that might sound. So the Direct Selling Association, they say that if you want to be a part of a company that is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, you need to get in early. You need to get in at the beginning. Before there are more than 150,000 distributors in one country. Worldwide, right now, there are less than 80,000. Less than 80,000. You guys, that's a sad Saturday at Memorial Stadium, right? That's not even a full packed house. So that's in the world. Just in the United States alone, there's a little over 30,000. So we are hearing about this first, and that's what's super exciting. If you look at that S-curve there, we are a $20 million company on our way to a $1 billion company very, very soon. So we are getting ready to go through some momentum growth really, really soon. And I don't know about you guys, but I want to be there for the ride. This is going to be very, very exciting. The thing also that I love about LifeVantage is that they are just focusing on the health and wellness industry. It's over a $500 billion industry. I mean, we're not dabbling in makeup or cookware or anything like that. It's just healthcare, health lines that people want. They are asking for these things. So after giving you a very quick high-level view, I'm hoping you're kind of saying, I wonder about this stuff. I'm kind of interesting. The cogs are hopefully kind of turning a little bit. And hopefully you're asking yourself, would I be interested in being a customer? I mean, am I interested in this for myself? Or are you thinking more like a distributor? Are you thinking, like I did, I want to share this with my whole family. I have friends that I want to tell about this. There are two different ways of thinking. And so just kind of do a little soul searching and see where you're at. But if you are interested in potentially being a distributor, let me tell you, there are 3 ways that you can do that. There are 3 different packs. There's a silver, gold, and platinum pack. With them, with each uptick, obviously you get more products. I went with the platinum pack. I wanted to try everything, and there were multiples, so I could share them with family members. The other thing that I liked is that for the largest pack, it was $1,250. Like I said before, my husband is a business owner, and I know what we paid to get into a business. I know what we paid for 10 years to pay for the business, and it was nowhere close to $1,250. It is a very minimal investment for a business that will pay dividends, not just financial, but health-wise. And down below, with that initial investment, you get all those other things. You get a wonderful corporate staff, the quality control. You don't have to have any inventory. They ship it directly to your customers. You get a website, your own very website. You don't have to create it. You don't have to pay for it. It comes with your distributorship. But if you're going to do something, you want to know that you're going to get paid for it. Is it going to be worth your time? And I am here to tell you, there are 9 different ways that you get paid from this company. It's very lucrative. It is worth your time. I'm not going to go into all of them, but I am going to tell you that the upfront money pays for that initial investment very, very quickly. You get a 40% bonus next Friday anytime you sell a product, or if you get a distributor on. So for example, if you have somebody that gets the Vitality Stack, and you have somebody that gets the Platinum Pack, on the Vitality Stack, you're going to get a check for $50 next Friday. The Platinum Pack, $400. So you can see if you've got 3 customers with a Vitality Stack and 1 Platinum Pack, that's $550 next Friday. You do that a couple weeks in a row, you've already paid for your initial investment. That's a pretty impressive return on investment, I would say. The other thing that I like to really focus on is the residual piece. This guy is really, really smart, and us people in Nebraska really like Warren Buffett. But he says if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you're going to work until you die. And what he is talking about is having multiple streams of income coming in. And that's the residual piece. And it is beautiful, you guys. I had no idea what this was. And basically, if I'm excited about something, I'm going to share it with a friend. They're then going to be excited and they share it with a friend. And then they share it with a friend. And it goes on and on and on. This company pays you 9 levels deep. I have people on my team, I don't even know who they are. And it's just the power of word. It's the power of networking. And that's what residual is. So it's doing the work once and getting paid over and over again. You guys, it is a beautiful thing. If people really understood residual income, they would walk through a brick wall to get to it. This is just another way. It's kind of a profit sharing program of sorts, and it's LifeVantage's way of saying thank you. And when you hit the elite ranks, Pro 7, 8, 9, and 10, what this company does is they set aside 4% of worldwide earnings each month, and they pay that out to those elite ranks. So the Pro 7s share in 1%, Pro 8s get 2, 9s get 3, and 10s get 4. Remember, we're a baby company. When this thing goes to 150 countries, those checks are going to blow people's minds. So I told you before that this is a publicly traded company. Because of that, we have to share our earnings claim statement. Very transparent. We have to tell people what the average monthly income is. So take a look at that. We have different levels from Pro 1 to Pro 10. What makes a difference for you? Is it $261 at a Pro 2? Would that help pay the utility bill? Or is it the Pro 3 at $580? Maybe a car payment. Those middle premier ranks, 4, 5, and 6, those can be game changers. That could be income replacing. But then when you get to those elites, guys, this is just the residual piece. That's not the other 8 ways. This is just one of the ways you get paid. I could probably get used to some of those monthly incomes. I'm not going to kid you. That's my goal, guys. Lifeline options. This absolutely made me stop and think. the traditional way that we all grow up. You go to school, you learn for 20 years, and then you go out there and you work, work, work. You work for 40 to 50 years, sometimes longer than that. Guys, the sad truth of it is we see people older and older in the workforce because they have to. They don't have enough money for their retirement years. With LifeVantage, they're saying work for fewer years, work your tail off if you need to, and really live life for a lot longer. That's super, super exciting and something that I want for all of my friends and family. So can you do this? Absolutely, you can do this. I never, ever thought I would be interested in a network marketing or multi-level business. But basically, if you're coachable, if you thrive on a team community, you guys, I've never been around more positive people than I have been with this group. And if you just want to help people, if you want to help people have better health and maybe better financial stability, if you say yes to any of those things, yes, absolutely, you can do this. I promise you that. Do something today that your future self might thank you for. You guys, life is precious and we only get one shot at it. That's the truth of the matter. So invest in yourself because you are truly worth it. I want to thank you for listening. And please, please, please reach out to the person who invited you to this. Let them know where you're at. Let them know what questions you might have. If they don't have the answers, they'll get the answers for you. So again, I want to thank you for taking a little time out of your evening and joining me for this information. And I hope I've sparked some interest, and we'll hopefully see you again soon. Thanks again.